Here's what I believe about me, and here's what I believe about you. Write this in. Number one, I was made for power and prosperity. I was made for life and for love. I was made for success and for progress. I was made for dignity and divinity. But here's what I know about the Lord. He doesn't want to be used by you. In other words, you just run in and say, give me, give me, give me. My name is Jimmy. I'll take all that you'll give me. No, he doesn't want to be used by you, but the truth is the Lord wants to be known by you. Write that in. The Lord himself wants to be known by you. But let's look again at our text in Ephesians chapter 2 and verse 10. It says, for we are God's masterpiece. You're his masterpiece. I was thinking about one of the works of Michelangelo, how there was a stone and he had begun to carve out a man's body, and it's still stuck in the stone to this very day. Now, Michelangelo has passed away, but there actually is a picture of a man who is just coming out of the stone, but it's not complete. And he moved on to another work. But I want you to know, you might feel like at this stage in your life, you are just a woman in a stone, or a man that's stuck in a stone, or that you're like a frozen ice sculpture. But I want you to know that God is working on you, and you are his masterpiece. Can you receive these words? Amen. And he thinks about you, and he's working on you. You're more valuable than the most valuable painting on the earth. You're more valuable than the Mona Lisa. You're more valuable than the most expensive building. You're more valuable than I think they say. It's been, I guess, voted on that the most beautiful building in the world is here in the museum. But you're more valuable than that most beautiful building in the entire world. You are better than that most beautiful building in all of the world. The most outrageous sculpture, the most expensive painting, Van Gogh or Michelangelo or the Sistine Chapel or St. Paul's Cathedral, whatever the painting is, or whatever the sculpture is, or whatever the masterpiece, whether it's music or a book, whatever it is, you are God's masterpiece, and he sees you as more important than a masterpiece. There is a true story about a man who really had the career of valuing precious jewelry, and he was over at some friend's house, and they were playing with a ruby necklace, and then he said, "What are you doing playing with this necklace?" And they said, "Oh, it's just costume jewelry. It's just pretend. We just throw it around from here to here, and we've been playing with it for years and years and years." And he said, "I think this is a real ruby." So after they took it and had it inspected, and you know what they found out? That ruby necklace was a 1920 Tiffany ruby, and they took it and had it inspected, and they actually had real drawings of that necklace, and it was worth, listen, $500,000. But you are God's masterpiece. So don't think, oh, I've just been thrown around from box to box. I've just been thrown around from fake jewelry to costume jewelry to, you're God's masterpiece. And it's important that I help you discover how valuable you really are.